In this video, let's talk about losses. Let's talk about what should you do if you are experiencing a paper loss, and what should you do also if you just actualize a loss and you started to sell your stocks at a loss. If you want to know more about that, then you have to check this video out. So before I drill in and give you a deep dive on what I would do from my own experience, or if I were at that situation, what would be my narrative, let me share this. Every time you enter in the stock market, or every time you deploy your money into something that is not guaranteed, does not give you a fixed income, there will always be days, there will always be weeks, there will always be months where you will always experience a loss. Please do note that the name of the game in the stock market is you will never go for a single day, week, or month na hindi kayo makakaramdam ng loss. It will always be part of it. Losses are part of your investing journey in the stock market. So whenever you hear people say that they only make money in the market, they got 50%, they got 100%, they kept earning this much, if you've come to a point where you think you have not had any losses yet in the market, then I think you have not experienced a lot yet. Because there will come a point in time where you will make mistakes. There will come a time also where the market won't go in your direction. Please remember this, we can never control how the market will go. We can't even control how foreign buying and selling will work. We can't even predict what the movements will be for certain stocks. Since we can't control them, there will always be a possibility that losses will be there. It happens to everyone, from those who have started just now to those who have been 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the market. Losses will always be part of it. There were opportunities also where Warren Buffett sold at a loss. What are you supposed to do if it's a paper loss, or even if you sold at the loss? First things first, and the easiest way for you to be able to go past it is, I would always look at how did I go into this position. Let me segment it this way. If you are a trader and then you saw a stock break out, it's okay to buy a stock that's breaking out, but you have to remember this. Every time also you buy a stock that's breaking out, especially if it has momentum, you are buying a stock that's higher. Meaning, the name of the game, if a stock is breaking out, is to position in it, and if it continues to go up, you're just supposed to hold on. However, if a stock breaks out, then the next day, the next candlestick, it starts to drop below that particular range, then you need to actually sell. You need to actually cut loss. That is if you are a quick trader. Now, here's the thing. It's understandable na what if busy ka sa office mo, busy ka sa work mo, hindi mo talaga nakita. And that's normal. It's fine. Take the loss. Better take the loss following your plan than hold on to it wishing and hoping that it's gonna go back up again. Please remember that hope is a good thing, but it is not a strategy. You do not buy and sell just because that you are wishing, you are hoping that it's gonna go back up. We all want our stocks to go up. We all want our positions to get better. We all want our portfolios to be better. However, when the trade is not going your way and you are a trader, you need to actually sell. It has to come to a point where you have to take ownership of that loss. You have to see, bakit ba ako nagkamali? Naging emotional ba ako kung bakit ko siya binili? Or nung bumaba siya, naging emotional ako na hindi ako nakapagbenta. And that's so important, especially if you are a trader. And the difference between traders and investors is, for both, you need to have the discipline, you need to have the patience. Why? Because if you're a trader, you need to get out, you need to cut. If you are an investor, and then the fundamentals are good, when it starts to drop, you still need to have the patience to hold on to it. The difference lang, I guess, is if you are a trader, the pain is quicker, you get out. If you are an investor, if you keep holding on to it and then it's not moving up, the pain of seeing your portfolio in the red every time you log in, every time you check it, will be relatively there. So when things like that happen, you just stick to your plan. So assess, Bakit ako nagkamali? Hindi ba ako nagbenta kagad? Mali ba yung pagbili ko? Na-hype lang ba ako? Did I follow a friend? So, as you start analyzing that, the next thing that you get to do is you analyze it for the next trade. What can I do to make it better? Was it just a mismatch on my time? Meaning, I used a very, very fast moving average. Hindi ko pala talaga kaya mabilisan na moving average. Should I just use a longer one? So, it fits my strategy. So, it fits also my timeline. It also fits my risk. Because it's so glamorized that we always have to trade quicker for us to make money. But sometimes, kung hindi naman yun nag-fit sa risk tolerance, hindi naman nag-fit yun sa amount of time na kaya yung i-dedicate sa market, sa pagbantay, then sometimes you just have to stretch your timelines to something that's longer. So that actually means that maybe instead of using the cross-ups for MACD, you just change it. Use the zero line cross, or for those who are using moving averages, if the 20 and the 10 and the 50-day moving averages are not working for you, so you just stretch it. There are other longer moving averages like the 100 and 200-day moving averages as well. In the same way also, if you are an investor, and then when you see the stocks go down and you see it, pinag-aralan ko naman to, bakit siya bumabagsak? Please remember also that sometimes even if the fundamentals are good, it does not mean that it's gonna go up tomorrow. It does not mean that it's gonna go up quickly, but it means that if the business is good, if it drops, you can still sleep soundly at night. And that's what I want to tell you naman. If you are an investor, you should have the conviction that as it gets lower, what you studied, what your analysis is, it's something that you can put to the bank on. What do I mean by that? If alam na alam mo yung company na habang bumabagsak siya pero maganda pa rin yung negosyo niya, then it's something that you could add into. It's something that you could double down on. It's something that you could invest more on. It's something that you look at it, the sales are good, the income is good. From a fundamental analysis standpoint, it's a really, really, really good company. So the lower it gets, the more discounted it gets if you are an investor. So what I want to submit to you if you are an investor is that if you study the company well, it will give you the confidence to add more. It will give you the confidence also to stay put and not be scared as you start to see it drop. What do you do pag kinakabahan kayo tas hawak niyo yung stock? That means you need to study more, because at the end of the day, this is what I believe in. The stock market, and I'll say this over and over again, it's a game of conviction. The stock market is all about how fully convinced you are of what you are buying depending on what you are using, whether it be technicals or fundamentals, and how fully convinced you are that you are supposed to hold on to it, and then later on, how fully convinced you are that you are supposed to take profit. I'll say this over and over, it's a game of conviction. That's why you will notice it eh. May mga ibang tao, bangko yung binibili, may mga ibang tao, property binibili, may mga ibang tao, they've been focusing on dividend stocks. There's nothing wrong with that eh. What's wrong is you don't have a reason on why you're buying it. What's wrong is you don't have a reason on why you're holding it. What's wrong is you don't have a reason on why you're selling it. It's okay to sell even if your gain is small as long as it's part of your plan. Pero if you're selling because hindi, kita na eh. The problem with that is hindi mo siya maulit eh. And in the same way, when you're at the midst of that loss, it's easy to get complacent when the market is up. It's easy to get complacent pag laging nananalo. Pero please remember, on times when things are not so well, that's where the skill is developed eh. And on times when things are not well, that's where you get to reassess. How do I get better at this? What are the things that I need to improve? Is it about adding also more capital? Is it about also learning more? It's about also tweaking my risk. Is it also about not being emotional? Is it also about being disciplined? And I'll say this over and over, that when it comes to investing in the stock market, it's also about dedicating 10,000 hours of trying to get better at it. It's also about having a multiple number of trades. So please don't be hard on yourself if you are experiencing a loss, especially if you're in the market for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, because parang negosyo, parang trabaho lang yan, you get better over time eh. And believe me, this is not something that you need to rush, because if you're young, you have your whole life ahead of you. You have your whole life to build the skill. You have your whole life also to get better. So wag magmamadali. If 2020 wasn't really a good year for you for trading and investing, and then you're looking at your January 2021 as something that's not so good, then your first few days of February is also not so good, do not fret. Use this time to build. Use this time to learn. And my suggestion, what you can do is try to find something that you can build on. You don't have to master everything. And what I've realized is sobrang daming parameters na pwedeng gamitin, sobrang daming sources of information. We are living in an age where there's so much information out there that minsan nakakalula, and you try to learn and be an expert of everything. Don't try to be an expert of everything. Try to find one. Because sometimes in the stock market, you just only need one that will make you profitable. You just need to find a routine that will make you profitable. You just need to find a strategy, a setup that will work for you for the next 10 days. Try to master one thing, whether it be PE ratio, price to book, whether it be learning about sales, net income, valuations, or studying a company from a sectoral analysis point of view, studying support and resistance well, moving averages, MACD, RSI, volume-based trading. Regardless of what it is, use this time while you are at a loss, not to feel sorry for yourself, not to blame other people, not to say na, I'm gonna quit investing. No, don't do that. Is this a loss or a learning? Use what you have right now. Use this experience for you to be able to learn. Use this experience for you to be able to pivot. And use this experience for you to get better on your next trades. Because I really believe this, the only time you lose is when you quit. The only time you lose is when you don't use this time to let you grow. I'll say this, I don't undermine na medyo masakit din to lose money, and of course we are all in different levels of portfolio. We all have different levels of kung magkano man yung kinikita natin. Syempre iba-iba yung pinanggagalingan natin, and masakit mawalan ng pera, lalo na pag sweldo nyo yun, lalo na if you're actually thinking that eto na sana yung pwede kong gamitin na para kumita pa ako lalo. Pero ganun talaga eh, every time you allocate money for investing, it's nice to make money off of it, but hindi lagi ganun eh. And I'm sharing this as someone who has his own share of mistakes and losses in the markets. You just have to keep moving forward, because it will always get better. You just always have to see, what did I get from this? And you just keep on pushing, just keep on striving. And that's why even for me, I've developed different strategies. That's why I've developed dividend investing. That's why I've developed building a portfolio of stocks that are fundamentally sound. And that's why I developed also splitting my portfolio na meron talaga pang trade. And I've learned that through time. We talk a lot about learning. We talk a lot about reading, watching videos. But at the end of the day, experience is one of the greatest teachers out there. So what you're experiencing right now, that loss, babalikan mo tong year na to, babalikin mo rin yung 2020. As you get better and as you earn more, you will realize that, oh nga no, those mistakes, those are what helped me become better. I've been doing a lot of stocks by request lately, doing a lot of charts, but what I've realized that to be successful in the markets, in business, investing, in life, there's a lot of also intangibles, and that's what I wanted to share, that hindi nyo lang makuha yung technical analysis, yung fundamental analysis sa investing, but it's also about having the emotional fortitude that when things are not going your way, you just keep on pushing, you just keep on tugging, you just keep on moving forward. Sometimes you don't have to be the best, you just have to be the one that stands. No matter how hard it is, you're just the one who's just there, who never gives up, no matter what happens. To those of you stay till the end, I just want to know if you stay till the end, click I'll go. And for those who enjoyed videos like this, please do let me know if you want more of this setup as well. Just me sharing my experience, very raw, very candid, but with one goal in mind, to just add tremendous value to you. So that's it for now. If you want to know more about me, details are in the description below, from everything that I do, from the books that I've written, for the online course that we're having this February, and everything else in between. So that's it for now. Marvin Guillermo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.